Hey, I'm Rob, and welcome to Understanding Upstate. It's the podcast dedicated to exploring what makes upstate New York such a unique place. Each week, my co-host Jim Search and I dive into a new upstate topic to better understand what's upstate. And today, we are covering the deliciousness of the ice cream sundae. But before we get into it, Jim, there's a few things everyone should do.
Okay.
And it's not just eat Speedies and watch The Twilight Zone. It's subscribe, rate, and review our show, preferably on Apple Podcasts, but whatever you're listening to your podcasts. If you can throw us a 5-star rating and write a review, that helps us out immensely. And while you're at it, throw in a topic for something in upstate New York, whether it be a location, a person, a historical event, and we will definitely look into covering it.
Absolutely.
Now, today we've got another, it's kind of a little similar to a portion of last week's episode, which was on the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum, where the origins of baseball is kind of in two contested locations or times in history, right? Where today we're going to talk about the origins of the ice cream sundae. And yet again, I'm going to find at least two places claiming that, though there actually are a few more. But I think kind of two main ones as we'll learn. So before we get into it, Jim, I want to know, how do you personally, I'm sure this is something you've thought of hour after hour over the course of your lifetime. How do you
go ahead.
How do you define an ice cream sundae?
Yeah, there isn't a day that doesn't go by that I don't think about this. I get up in the morning, I think about it, I go to bed, I'm like, you know what? And it changes, it's like a good book.
Sure.
I always find something new in the definition. What is my definition of a ice cream sundae? I would say vanilla ice cream. Vanilla, you can, I guess I would go strawberry too. And then I would throw syrup in there, banana, maraschino cherries, walnuts in there, and I love and care. I think love and care.
So are you saying if it's missing any of those components, it does not qualify as a sundae?
Not for me.
Okay, got it.
I'm not like, I will be frank, obviously, speedy freaks out there, the hardline definition of what a speedy is, and I will fight anybody over that, right? And you all know the definition of upstate New York, right? And I will dismiss any human who would ever decide to say otherwise. But for me, obviously, if you're I'm going to take spaghetti and put it on my ice cream, that's a sundae. I'd be like, so you, sir, are insane. And that's not a sundae at all. And I hope you find the help that you need, because that is...
You've helped... I think you've helped further refine my own definition, because I'm now realizing it was perhaps too loose.
Yeah.
Too loose.
You're just letting anybody... You're letting anybody call it a sundae, just whatever they wanted to put on it?
I was going to say, it in the broadest definition for me, it would be, I think, at least one solid scoop of ice cream.
Okay.
Preferably two, with some kind of topping, which I think is where I would get into trouble. Because, you're going to get some asshole who's going to try and put a goddamn meatball in there. It's not a top.
And they're a serial killer, so.
Exactly. And then served in some kind of dish, right? Preferably a glass one, but I'm open to others. But I think, we'd have to amend it to a sweet topping, though then you get in trouble with a peanut or something. That's not necessarily sweet, but we're all adults here. We can,
we're all civil. We're not going nuts out here. You know what I mean?
That's true. No, we are going nuts. We're putting peanuts on our ice cream.
Oh my gosh, get that hell
I hope
out of
the
town.
jokes get better than that. I hope they get better.
It gets better. It will get better.
That's what they were talking about.
Yeah. Totally.
Follow-up question.
Yeah.
Where do you have a favorite ice cream sundae destination? This could be a childhood one.
Sure, yeah.
Or one now. What's
yeah, to keeping it 100, I haven't had a sundae in a long time.
Sure.
However, I wouldn't turn one down. I wouldn't. In fact, you know what? Maybe next time we go out to dinner, maybe I will have an ice cream sundae. Who knows? We'll see what happens. I don't know. But what I can say is I feel like Friendly's is always good for that.
Okay.
There was a Friendly's on in Johnson City, right next to Binghamton, New York, that had a good sundae over there. So,
okay,
I think I'll go like that. Right. Now, what about you, Rob? Where do you dabble?
I've sadly never had Friendly's, though I would like to try it. Dairy Queen for sure. Minnesota, where I grew up, is got many a Dairy Queen in what looks like mini barns.
Okay. Okay.
They're delightful. They got a good sundae, but again, I feel like when you're talking ice cream and ice cream sundaes, it's very regional as far as where you can get it, right? Like there aren't really Dairy Queens out here, at least around New York City. So if I'm back home, it's Dairy Queen. If I'm here, it's Carvel, just because we have one close by.
Sure.
And there's not many places where I wouldn't go get one though. Maybe Baskin Robins has never appealed to me. I don't know what it is.
Not for you?
No. I think I would turn down Baskin Robins.
Yeah.
Just because I don't want to go in one. That's the hardest stance I think I'm going to take today.
Okay.
Baskin Robbins is a no. It's a
hard pass. Wild horses couldn't drag me in there. If I see anybody going in there, I know that they're an enemy. I get it. I understand where your heart is on this.
It's true.
Everybody's got to have something that they are ready to go to the mat for. So
that's what this whole medium of podcasting is predicated on. So we should probably go along with taking hard stances on soft serve.
I caught that. I caught that one. That was good.
It was okay. I'm warming up. We're getting there.
Yeah. Well, when you're just get the jump shot clicking, and then once you're ready, it's gonna take off. I get you.
Well, do you think we're warmed up enough to get into today's topic, which is the origins of the ice cream sundae, which can be found in upstate New York?
Yes. Hell yeah. All right. Let's get to it. Let's talk about it. First, I think it's important to go through the etymology, right? The root, where the word sundae came from, okay? The first recorded use in the Oxford English Dictionary is from an advertisement in Ithaca, New York, which is, of course, located in upstate New York, not too far from Binghamton. April 5th, 1892, and spells the word Sunday. That's Sunday, as in the day. Okay. Evidence suggests that the use of sundae to designate an ice cream dish of this kind originates from Chester C. Platt, 1869 to 1934, proprietor of Platt and Colt's Pharmacy in Ithaca, New York, who is said to have served it after the Sunday church service, April 3rd, 1892. So
I see what he did there.
We see where we're going with this. Yeah. You know what, Chester, you are a saint. Now, there as as some of you might have thought of, and as Rob alluded to as well, you might be saying to yourself, well, wait a minute, Rob and Jim, are you sure that this started in upstate New York? And first of all, the answer is yes. Don't ever come for our show with false information, because we will cut you at the knee. Now, I will say, though, in all seriousness, there are various localities that have claimed to be the birthplace of the ice cream sundae, including Plainfield, Illinois, New Orleans, Louisiana, Cleveland, Ohio, and New York City. What?
I've heard of some of these places.
I've heard of them too. You know, there are some upstart cities. They're no Ithaca. I mean, come on.
I was going to say no upstate cities, though.
That's right. That's right. Now, according to What's Cookin' America, the biggest rivalry, referred to as the Sundae War, to claim the invention of the ice cream sundae is between Two Rivers, Wisconsin, and Ithaca, New York. And you, fair listener, can guess which side of this war we are on.
For more than one reason, I think I've been pretty vocal about my... I think I've been vocal about this on the podcast. If I haven't, let me catch everyone up. Not a big fan of Wisconsin. Went to college there, liked some of the people.
Sure.
Didn't like most of my time there.
Some, not all. And that, I feel like that some is a very small number. You're giving me some, it wasn't a lot of people.
It's south of 10.
Wow. Okay. So it's suffice to say, this is a perfect storm of your support of not only upstate New York, which, you know, is a fan of, but also your vehement hatred for Wisconsin. So this makes sense.
I went to college about an hour from Two Rivers, so I'm pretty well acquainted with this particular region.
And their lies.
Yes.
And their fucking bullshit lie. So we'll get into this. We'll get into the Sundae War. Okay. Two Rivers claims are based on the story of George Hale asking Edward C. Berners, the owner of Berners Soda Fountain, to drizzle chocolate syrup over ice cream in 1881. Fucking liars. Berners eventually did and wound up selling the treat for a nickel, originally only on Sundays, but later every day. According to this story, the spelling changed when a glass salesman ordered canoe-shaped dishes.
That, Jim, like, what a weird-ass lie.
Yeah, like, he ordered canoe-shaped...
What's that got to do with canoe-shaped glasses? I don't...
Because, like, this seems all too convenient, right?
Yep.
When Berners died in 1939, the Chicago Tribune headlined his obituary, "Man who made first ice cream sundae is dead." Okay, which very, very, very clinical way of writing the news, I guess. Right. Now, residents of Two Rivers have contested the claims of other cities to the right to claim the title birthplace of the ice cream sundae. When Ithaca, New York, Mayor Carolyn K. Peterson proclaimed a day to celebrate her city as the birthplace of the sundae, she received postcards from Two Rivers citizens reiterating that town's claim. Okay, now first of all, guys, those citizens, what if you found something else to do? Because this feels...
Yeah, I have more info on this. This was
ahead.
Is a coordinated campaign by the Two Rivers mayor or the local government, where Mayor Peterson in Ithaca received over 100 postcards, over 100 of these, and they were basically distributed with a picture of this historical marker that exists in Two Rivers, this fake historical marker, I should correctly say. And they were like instructed to mail them. And it had a verse that says, "Ice cream sundaes are sweet and they give you the shivers. Just remember they started right here in Two Rivers." Listen to that bullshit. It's not even a good rhyme.
Yeah, you guys can walk the other direction with that. So here's where things kind of go a little left, right? Berners would have only been 16 or 17 years old in 1881. So therefore, it is improbable that he would have owned an ice cream shop in that year. What 16 or 17-year-old in that time is, cranking out a proprietary establishment? Get out of here.
He's just the Doogie Howser of ice cream.
Exactly. They also state that the obituary dates Berners' first Sunday in 1899 rather than 1881. So why don't you get your lie together, Two Rivers? Just saying. Now, let's hear Ithaca's side of the story, and by that I mean the right side of the story, right? Let's go on the right side of history for a minute. Now, on a Sunday afternoon, April 3rd, 1892, after services at the Unitarian Church, Reverend John M. Scott paid his usual visit to Platt and Colt Pharmacy in downtown Ithaca, which I've been. Very nice. Shop proprietor Chester C. Platt was church treasurer, and he met often with Scott for conversation after services, just kicking it. Seeking refreshment for himself and the Reverend, Platt asked his fountain clerk, DeForest Christensen, for 2 bowls of ice cream. But instead of serving the Reverend plain vanilla, Platt took the bowls and topped each with cherry syrup and candied cherry. You fox.
Classy.
Yeah, what a.
Is he trying to seduce the Reverend? My word.
Trying to make it hot in here, man. What are you doing, baby?
Gonna melt that ice cream.
The finished dish looked delightful and tasted delicious. So much so that the men felt obligated to name the new creation. We got to call it. We're not just going to walk away. We're not going to walk away from this. After some debate, Scott suggested that it be named for the day it was created. Platt concurred, and the first Cherry Sundae was born. Now, here we go. And I think that feels a little bit more on the right side of history. Yeah. Now,
sounds factual.
Yeah, and legit. Let's be real. Now, a letter from a patent attorney dated March 24th, 1894, shows that Platt sought advice on trademark protection for the use of the word Sundae for ice cream novelties a few days earlier. The respelling of Sundae may be a result of that trademark protection. The motivation for the subsequent respelling of the word is uncertain. It may reflect an attempt by other retailers to avoid perceived breach of trademark. It may be a reaction to the religious associations of Sunday as a day of abstinence, or it simply may have been intended to be eye-catching.
I've got some extra explanations as well.
Sure.
And this, like you've said, there's other towns that claim they also created the Sunday, but I think this likely explains how it became popular across the United States, because, as we all now know, it started in Ithaca.
That's right,
baby. At that time, there were a lot of blue laws, which are like, if you ever been in a state where you couldn't buy liquor or beer on a Sunday, that's a blue law. They're usually religiously informed laws that got passed in the 1800s, and they're a lot of them are still on the books. I think New York's blue law, Connecticut, Minnesota, up until about a decade ago, or maybe even more recent than that, you couldn't buy alcohol on Sundays. Above we used to have a thing called 3.2 beer, which is 3.2% beer that you could buy at a grocery store, or you could buy it on a Sunday because it was low enough ABV. Sure. But these blue laws still exist. And at one point, they didn't want people having what was then referred to as suckin' sodas, which is like a root beer float, right?
Sure.
You got your soda pop, and you got some ice cream in there. And one potential kind of. I think there's a lot of parallel thought here in how people are adapting their ice cream, but they just removed the soda. Ice cream was fine. It was the soda that had some like didn't want people getting crazy and hopped up on all that Coca-Cola, right?
Sure.
But ice cream's fine, so they removed the soda out of it, and they start adding syrups and other things on top of it to make up for that fact. So that's one potential reason why it's called Sundae, but then also moved away from Sundae because one, it's a drink you could buy on Sunday, but then they also realized, oh my God, people only think they can buy this on Sunday. So they're like, we need to change the spelling so people know they can get it on a Wednesday. Or they either changed it because they didn't want to be offensive to religious people for associating such a delightful treat with
such sin.
Yes. So it's every kind of explanation I read is like we probably all of these are plausible in some kind of way. But I like the trademark one. It's I think the goofiest. Like
I would agree.
I like it.
So I do have one little additional tidbit here. Buffalo, New York also has thrown its hat into the ring, which, if I have to, I mean, this could be more plausible because we are in upstate New York. This is solely based on upstate New York, obviously.
Yeah.
But I feel like, Ithaca might be a little bit more on the nose. But, if there was an expose that came out and this was all a scam, then I would be like, oh, okay, Buffalo. So, Buffalo Stotter's Brothers drugstore advertised serving up ice cream sodas garnished with fruit syrup and whipped cream in the pages of the Buffalo Evening News and the Buffalo Courier as early as 1889. So, just throwing it out there for the streets. Now, that's all the stuff I got.
All right.
That's what
I got a few more toppings to sprinkle on top of this episode.
Oh my gosh. Holy moly guacamole.
One thing I want to talk about is Chester Platt himself.
Okay.
Not only did he invent the Sundae, but he also was like a journalist. He at one point was secretary to the governor of New York State.
Really?
Yeah, busy dude, real busy in the Unitarian Church, not just trying to date the pastor, but also the reverend, but also an important member. And he also, this is what I found the most puzzling thing. He owned 3 newspapers: the Ithaca Democrat, the Batavia Times. I hope I'm saying Batavia correctly.
You got it.
And also the Madison, Wisconsin Leader. He owned 3 newspapers, one in Ithaca, one in Wisconsin, Jim. And do you know what's good for business?
Controlling the market.
That and a little bit of controversy, right?
Controversy sells.
So I'm starting to think maybe Chester Platt dressed himself up as a 16-year-old pharmacy owner and started making Sundays and then skipped town and headed on over to Ithaca to then replicate it. And then he had his whole plan to start selling newspapers to get these 2 towns fighting over the creation of the Sundae. That's you don't have to say if it's true or not yet, but you just let it wash over you. Think about it. Get back to me.
Just ruminate over it for a while.
Sure. Sure.
I mean, it seems reasonable to me.
Sure. I'll take that.
It seems totally legit. Seems legit to me.
I also found a picture of Chester, and he He does not look. Look, he looks like a very serious man, and he also looks like he has a dark secret, and that secret is that he is no fun. And it's.
I see it. I'm looking at the picture right now. If this is him, yeah, Chester Platt. Yep,
that's him. It's like Bryan Cranston in Breaking Bad. Like he looks like he's murdered countless people, and also invented the ice cream sundae.
Sure,
It's a real 1,000-yard stare in this picture.
Yeah, it's not like I would not have equated ice cream sundae with this man. He looks like a doctor who's excited to tell you that you have cancer.
Yes, he looks like he works for the IRS and he's excited to audit you. Like,
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
It's not what you would expect at all from the creator, the progenitor of the ice cream sundae.
Maybe he like has it. He'll take takes a bite of this and becomes a completely different person, like a Snickers bar, you know?
Yeah, it's the spinach to his Popeye.
Yeah, I mean that tracks. I could see that being being a plausible scenario. At this point.
Indeed. All right, let's see what else I got. I got some other little tidbits from this feud that has gone between the citizens of Ithaca and Two Rivers. I've mentioned this before, but Two Rivers has this historical marker that tells the story of the origins of what they feel is the ice cream sundae, but it's like not based in truth. And they're just like, well, we have the plaque, so that's proof enough for us, which again, on brand for Wisconsin.
Sure.
And Ithaca does have like historical documentation, as you said, in this 1892 newspaper advertisement, which again, when you're looking for like provenance, any kind of publication helps. Mayor Carolyn Peterson, who we talked about before, says, we have the historical documents and they don't. And then she, in this interview, turned philosophical and says, what makes a sundae? Two Rivers claims it was the chocolate. We claim it was the fruit, the cherry on top. And it came from here first. Which, colloquially, when we talk about ice cream sundaes, what kind of phrase do we use? It's not the chocolate drizzle on top, Jim.
It's the cherry on top.
It's the cherry on top. As it has been from the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
The very beginning. And let's see. So basically, the bullshit continued with Two Rivers. The
farce.
Yes. They responded with a rushed resolution through their city government demanding that Ithaca cease and desist from its claim.
What?
And they suggest that Ithaca be content with being the home of Cornell, which, again, on brand for Wisconsin.
It's both. What do you mean? It's going to be the home of Cornell and the sundae. The fuck do we need to listen to you? Get the fuck out of here.
Upstate can have multiple nice things, motherfuckers.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, just be happy with Cornell, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. Tell me what to do.
That's some like little brother shit. Like, why does Jimmy get both of those toys? Like, because you spent your money, Stevie.
Yeah,
you spent all your little money. You wasted your allowance. I'm sorry. You don't get Cornell. You don't get the ice cream.
Nah, and you should just relax. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because right now you're real out of pocket, being real disrespectful.
Two Rivers needs a timeout.
Yeah, drain it. Drain those rivers.
One local Ithaca resident, when interviewed, said, Wisconsin residents tend to have more heft. We can handle them. They're
like, you're fat.
Jim, that was the most tasteful quote I could pull. There was some more explicit ones.
like I'm going to your house. I'm kicking down your door and I'm force feeding you a sundae till you die. Yeah, well, look, you come for Ithaca and shoot straight, man. You better hope you hit me, because if I get up, you're in trouble. You're in real trouble.
Well, Jim, we're in trouble because that is all of the information I have for today's episode.
That's it, man. That's all we got.
That is that's the origin of the ice cream sundae. Who knew? I didn't know this until not too long ago when we were doing research.
I didn't either, man. I'm glad we were able to give the Speedy Freaks some info they may not have had, but also something I learned as well. So I also learned I'll never ever go to Two Rivers as long as I frickin' live.
I'm not even going to one river.
No.
I'm not. No rivers from here on out. I'm so upset. I'm done with rivers. I'm just going to stay in Brooklyn. I'm not going over the East River.
Nope.
I'm not going over the Harlem River. I'm staying where I am out of solidarity with Ithaca and the ice cream sundae.
And it's too triggering. It's too traumatic for me, I think.
It's true. It's true. I can't be near running water.
No.
I can't do it.
No, I can't even shower anymore. I'm not even gonna shower.
No.
Just gonna cake on dirt because that just feels better, I guess, at this point.
Yep. It's the burden we bear as semi-professional upstate regional podcasters.
That's right, baby.
Hoisted upon us by none other than ourselves and the Speedy Freaks who demand it.
They need us.
Well,
they do.
Just like the Speedy Freaks need us, we need to talk about what we are going to be discussing next week.
Well, I got something. I got a little riddle to get us out of here with.
Okay.
I mean, I can tell you tune in next week, and things are gonna get real spooky. And it ain't even Halloween.
Oh my!
It's not even Halloween.
Well, I'm over here quaking in my boots. I don't even have boots on. That's how scared I am. I've manifested boots to quake in. While I figure out what's going on with my feet, Jim, is there anything you'd like to plug this week?
All right, so check this out. Let's say you just finished your ice cream sundae, right? You've finished it off. You're riding the sugar high, and you're like, you know what? I feel good, but now I want my ears to feel even better. Well, I'm here to tell you that I can help you with that. God damn it. Get your ass over to jimsearch.bandcamp.com to purchase Upstate Understandings. It is my very first comedy album. It is incredible. It's a tour de force. I mean, it's sweeter than an ice cream sundae, if I'm going to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm here to say it. Produced by my good friend Rob Adler. Very excited for you to go buy it. And just if you buy one, buy another one. And there's plenty of merch on there too. God, you can get physical copies. Whatever you want, man. The world is yours. Now, Rob, they've just bought a copy of my album, right? Mm-hmm. They have laughed. They have doubled over with hilarity. But their ears need more. They need they're still after more sounds. Mm-hmm, is there anything else that they could possibly pick up to help them with that?
Look, say you find yourself in a situation where you need to handwrite 100 postcards to the mayor of Two Rivers. And it's going to take a while. You haven't written anything by hand in quite some time. So you're looking at least 2 minutes a card. That's 200 minutes of postcard writing. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to brooklynfrequency.bandcamp.com. You're going to pick up my album, New York Sticky. It, in fact, is great music to just throw on, have on, and write postcards to. I haven't tried that yet specifically, but I will give you a money back guarantee that if you write 100 postcards and you don't enjoy yourself while listening to my album, I'll give you your money back.
That money goes right back to you.
I guarantee it. So try it out. It will be the cherry on top of your evening anytime that you put it on.
For sure. And I can tell you, as someone who has purchased this album and listened to it, also plays really well at the beach. It's springtime, almost getting close to summer.
There we go.
You know, go to the beach with it. I've done it. Testimonial right here.
There we go. I'll take it. Hey, speaking of testimonials, is there anything our listeners can do to speak to the greatness of this show?
Well, listen, you can write a ringing endorsement for this podcast, okay? And you can do that on Apple Podcasts, okay? You can give a 5-star review over there. Let us know your favorite upstate location, person, or thing to review. We may do it. Give it a little once over. See if we can do it. We'll go for it. Subscribe, rate, and review also, and share an episode with a friend. God damn it. And tell the world how much you enjoyed this podcast, because we are doing it for everything above New York City, baby.
There we go. Well, we did it for Ithaca today, but we got to get out of here,
right,
so
man.
we can do it next week. Should we close out today's episode with a little another great pun?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Give it to him.
I'm really, I may have oversold it with calling it great, but here we go. Jim, let's scoop up a couple of Sundays and get on out of here.
It's not going to get better than that, folks.
It's not. And I'm actually going to go get ice cream right now because we've talked about it too much. Everyone go get yourself a scoop of ice cream. Go get a sundae. You deserve it. Cherry on top and everything. We'll see you next week.
Peace. Understanding Upstate is a podcast hosted by Jim Search and Rob Adler, edited by Rob Adler, and music from Regal Monk.